Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the fall campaign for Arkham Horror, the card game. Sunday, when we went through Return to In the Clutches of Chaos, we defeated Keziah/Annette Mason and picked up 3 experience. We also picked up 4 additional experience that we can only use on Sorcerer, Witch, Ritual, or Spell cards, but we have to search the collection for a hand-picked Omen, Pact, Curse, or Silver Twilight weakness. That 4 experience with conditions comes from asking Annette to teach us the spells of old. I was going back and forth about taking this experience, but I think both of the investigators are going to take that experience, and I managed to find weaknesses that probably won't hurt them too much. In this video, we're going to upgrade the decks along with going through the weaknesses each investigator is going to take, and then we're going to go through the tarot reading. With that, let's start with upgrades. And as lead investigator from the last scenario, let's go say hello first to Jacqueline. Hello, Jacqueline. First up, from learning the spells of old, Jacqueline found herself with an unspeakable oath for bloodthirst. Let's take a look at this weakness. So Unspeakable Oath Bloodthirst came from Return to Path to Carcosa. Campaign mode only, peril hidden. Revelation, secretly add this card to your hand. Forced, when the game ends or you are defeated or you are eliminated, if this card is in your hand, you earn 2 fewer experience. And when you deal damage to an enemy in excess of its remaining health, discard this card from your hand. Given how Jacqueline is the monster puncher for this campaign, in theory, she should be dealing most of the damage to the enemies to take them out, so asking her to do a little overkill shouldn't be too big of a problem. Of course, the best scenario would be not to draw this weakness to begin with, but we have to see how the scenario plays out. So, first up, let's go ahead and spend the Spells of Old experience. So for 2 experience, we're going to upgrade her other clairvoyance level 3 to level 5. For refresher's sake, we'll take a quick look at clairvoyance level 5. Once again, it's a 4 cost to play. You get a will and 2 lore on commit. As an action, spend 1 charge to investigate, using will instead of lore, at +3 will, and discover 2 additional clues at this location. But if you reveal a good symbol during the investigation, take 2 horror. So once again, we hope to not drop the card first of all, but ideally we'll be using Jacqueline's special ability to duck that, but getting a little ahead of myself there. For her other 2 experience, we're going to run back an upgrade I'd been planning to make as of the last upgrades video, as we purchase another Ward of Protection level 2 for Open Gate. So we'll take a quick look at Ward of Protection level 2. 1 cost to play, wildcard on commit. Fast, play when an investigator at any location draws a non-weakness treachery card. Cancel that card's revelation effect, then take 1 horror. There have been a lot of times, and I'm using a little bit of... There have been a lot of times where I've been wanting to cancel, and I'm using a little bit of knowledge in what's coming. Because I'm finding that I'm not expecting Open Gate to be that terribly useful in the next scenario coming up, so I'm okay cutting it from the deck at this point. But now we can take a look at the unrestricted experience, as Jacqueline puts 2 of her experience into upgrading one of her other emergency cache level 0 to level 2. So for refresher's sake, once again, we gain 3 resources and draw 1 card. So for now, we're going to float that last unrestricted experience to hopefully go into a new campaign. But anyway, that will do it for Jacqueline. Mandy's upgrades should be much simpler, so let's go say hello to our favorite researcher. Hello, Mandy. Like Jacqueline, Mandy is also finding herself with an unspeakable oath. Hers, unlike Jacqueline's, is about curiosity. So let's take a quick look. Unspeakable oath, curiosity, all the same stuff up until how we get rid of it. So after you successfully investigate a location with no clues on it, discard this card from your hand. So aside from losing an action to have to investigate an empty location, this shouldn't be too bad a weakness. Mandy shouldn't have too many problems getting rid of this weakness. Anyway, for what we're doing for Mandy, I need 3 more experience to put my plans into motion. And that's where Guided by the Unseen comes into play. Since I've never been all that impressed with it, I'm going to cut the other copy in the deck and get refunded that 3 experience. That will give me 10 experience, 4 of which I have to spend on spell, sorcerer, witch, or ritual cards, but I'm going to spend all of it on 2 copies of a spell card. Now, I was very shocked when I discovered that this card was a spell, and it single-handedly made me take this experience from Mandy. As such, we're going to cut Guided by the Unseen and Tooth of Esdli for the Eye of Truth. So this will be my first campaign actually using the Eye of Truth, so let's take a look at it. So the Eye of Truth is a skill for 5 experience, gives you 4 wild cards on commit, and if the skill test is successful on a treachery and the test is successful, add that treachery to the victory display and attach the Eye of Truth to it. While attached, the Eye of Truth contributes its skill icons to all tests on copies of the attached treachery. It's always watching you. So, much less involved than Jacqueline's upgrades, but hopefully key to the end of the campaign. So I'll go ahead and get these sleeved up real quick. Bring that back in shop. And then that will do it for Mandy's upgrades. So now let's move back up top for the tarot reading. Without any further ado, let's get into go through the tarot reading. So I've got the tarot deck right here, just making sure I've got the top of the sleeve, or the opening of the sleeve on top where I normally put it. Give the tarot deck a few shuffles. It's funny, when I first started this channel, it seemed like it was going to be a little weird shuffling around a camera, but now I like to think I'm getting pretty used to it by now. But minor rambling aside there. Give this one more quick shuffle. And a cut. And there are 2 cards for the tarot reading. So first up we'll find Judgment 20. When the game begins, replace a skull token in the bag with a 0 token. Swap them back when the game ends. Or on the bad side, when the game begins, replace the highest non-negative token in the chaos bag with a skull token. Swap them back after the game ends. And our other card, Justice 11. Cancel the first doom that would be placed on the final agenda of the game, on the good side or the bad. The final agenda of the game enters play with 1 doom on it. So do we lose a turn, or do we swap a +1 in for another skull? Well, Truth be told, I think we're doing enough screwing with the Chaos Bag with Jacqueline's special ability that we can probably risk flipping Judgment 20. So yeah, I think we will flip Judgment 20 to its bad side. So that means as part of setup on Saturday night before I do this scenario on Sunday, I will be swapping a +1 with a skull in the bag. But anyway, that will do it for the last upgrades video for the fall campaign. Sunday, we'll face the final showdown with Azathoth as we venture into Return to Before the Black Throne. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.